Hey YouTube, what's going on? Thought I'd do another video today. This time I probably won't be showing any comic books. I just want to kind of show something that I've been wanting to do a video on for a while. Like way back, one of my earlier videos, I mentioned there's three things that I've always kind of enjoyed. Obviously, comic books is one of them. Sports is one of them. And music has been a huge part of my life. Everywhere I go, music is always with me. So a lot of people have vinyl collections. I think I have 2 albums. So one thing I do a lot of have is a lot of cassettes. Yeah, these things haven't seen the light of day in years. So I dug them out of my closet and I figured I'd kind of show you what I've listened to, what I still listen to this day. Obviously, I don't listen to cassettes, even though I do have a cassette player somewhere in the house. Maybe I'll break a few of these out and listen to them, see if they still play. But yeah, I'm not going to show everything. I say I have all these containers, if you remember, like cassette containers and holders. If you saw that, I don't know if you did or not, but I have a couple of them here. I know I have some more. I don't have everything here. This is the majority of stuff that I've kept over the years. A lot of stuff I got rid of. Majority of it's metal. Obviously, one of my favorite genres of music. So I'm just going to kind of go through and see what's in the drawer, pull some highlights and stuff. I'm a huge Suicidal Tendency fan. So I have a bunch of suicidal tendencies, a bunch of stuff. A lot of these I haven't played these in years. One of my favorite albums, Join the Army, great album. This is one of the bands that I listened to that a lot of my friends didn't listen to. And then I can't remember what song it was I got into, but they really started listening to them well after I did. Another band that from the 90s I liked was Faith No More. When Epic first came out, I hated it. I could not stand it. It was annoying. But it's kind of odd. I met this girl and we were talking one night and getting a little friendly, and the video came on TV. And I was telling her how much I hated it, and she loved it. I was like, oh, I still couldn't get into it. And later in the night, after a few pops, I had gone home, and the first video that was on when I got home, yes, videos. At one time, MTV and TV played music videos. So I went home, and the first video came on was that song, and then ever since then, I loved the band. I have some of their older stuff, a couple older albums. Yeah, so I pretty much enjoyed them ever since then. And then obviously in high school, a lot of my friends really got into them. Another band I always liked, MOD. This is probably one of the better albums, one of their better known albums. But so I have a couple others. I have Surf USA, but I don't have it on tape. I actually have it only on. This is great. I don't know where the tape is for this one, but I love this album. A lot of stuff I got used when I was in the Army station in Hawaii. There was a nice little store down the closest town there. They had a lot of used stuff. So that's pretty cool. I have a couple Metallica albums, which I've never actually bought a Metallica album before. This one was just left at my house, so I've had it ever since. And somehow I got the Black Album. I don't even know where I got that one from, but it's in here. That's pretty much what's in one drawer here. It's nice little. So, the middle drawer is probably my favorite. That's got all my Iron Maiden stuff in it. I have I think I have obviously all the albums on cassette, which is funny because this cassette I actually got in Thailand. It's actually a bootleg. There was a store at the mall that sold a bunch of bootleg out tapes. So just a little fold out. I got a bunch, and they're like $2-3 a piece. So I know you got tons of albums in there. So I've got that one. Really cool one, made in Japan. I know I have Live After Death. I have this on album also, and CD. I have Number of the Beast. I have all of them somewhere. Peace of Mind. Yeah. And I also have Bruce Dickinson's Tattoo Millionaire. Great album. And what else do I have in here? Oh, I got some older Rush, Crest of Steel, one of my favorite albums, along with Pharaoh the King. Pharaoh the Kings. That's another great album too. So that's pretty much what's in that drawer. Close it. And then we go on to Megadeth. Now, the original guitarist Chris Poland and the drummer Gar Samuelson were actually born in my hometown. You can look it up on Wikipedia, look it up everywhere, but it's a very small town in Western New York. Chris Poland was born here, raised here, moved away, can't remember what time. But Gar Samuelson was born here, but he actually is from a town, about 15 minutes away. A friend of mine, his mom is somehow related to Chris Poland. I don't know what the connection is, cousins or distant cousins. But growing up, my buddy had his P-Cells autographed album on his wall all the time, and that was his pride and possession. So Far So Good So What. Love this album. I can't remember what year it was when this came out or what grade I was in, but I borrowed it, let my buddy borrow it, and somehow he figured he was never going to return it. But I got it back. This is in here for some reason. It's band James' album Laid. Great album. Not metal, but still a good album. And then a couple others that I got in Thailand. Bootlegs. Live Undead by Slayer. And Hello Waits by Slayer. So these are just homemade cassettes. It's got a little fold out little thing in there. So yeah. Thailand was fun. What else do I got in here? Slayer. First album I ever heard, the first song I ever heard was Hello Waits by Slayer. 7th grade music class. The teacher let us pretty much bring in whatever we wanted. A friend of mine brought this in. I thought the teacher was going to have a heart attack. So yeah, that was the first Slayer song I ever heard back in 7th grade. So yeah, been a fan ever since. That's pretty much in these drawers. There's some Smashing Pumpkins and Pearl Jam. We don't care about that. Got the double album on cassette. Decade of Aggression. That's pretty cool. Oh, this is another bootleg from... So I guess I did buy a Metallica album, technically. This is another bootleg from Thailand. This was The Good, the Bad, and the Live. The 6.5 year anniversary 12-inch collection. This has... Oh, here's funny. How they spell the names of... You can read how they spell the names of the members there. That's kind of funny. It's got One, From Whom the Bell Tolls, Live. It's got a lot of Garage Day stuff on there. And Justice for All stuff on it. But yeah, listen to that a lot in Thailand. Another thing I bought in Thailand, I don't think this was not a bootleg. It's Entombed. That's a good one too. Love that one. Another, always growing up, this album, listened to this all the time growing up. King Diamond's Them. Something that's not metal that I always enjoyed was Cypress Hill. I think that's their first album. Yeah, I always liked that one. Speaking of Chris Poland, his first album, or one of his albums, Return to Metropolis. I believe this is they're coming out with a remastered version of this here soon. Nirvana. I have another great album that I always used to like. It's even destroyed. Is Sacred Reich, Surf Nicaragua. Another great album. White Zombie. I bought this in Kwajalein Atoll, which is in the Marshall Islands in the middle of nowhere, the Pacific Ocean. It's a small little island. I think it's 3.5 miles long and a half-mile wide at its widest point. And I was there almost 6 months and loved every day of it. So, I bought that there. Rollins Band, another thing I always enjoyed. I always like this album here. I don't know where I got this from. I think somebody gave this to me. But it's a bootleg. I'm not sure what it is, but it's for Mother Love Bone. I had a CD of this. I don't know why I sold it, but I always liked that band. Good Seattle stuff. This is a demo. It's a demo tape. I don't know. I can't remember who I got it from, but I like it. And then another band I was like growing up, Minor Threat. got both the cassettes. I have it also on CD. So yeah, good stuff. We listened to this a lot in high school. Last one I'm going to show is probably Biohazard. This one's got Punishment on it, right? I think it's got Punishment on it. Yeah, Punishment. Great song. Cool video. That's all. That's all what I've got for our cassettes. I said I know I have a few more somewhere else, but yeah, that's pretty much my youth growing up. Through middle school into high school. Iron Maiden's probably always been my favorite band. Just recently, a few weeks ago, I could see them in Buffalo. I was lucky enough to have my wife let me buy a ticket on the floor. So I was about 3 people from the stage. It was worth every penny. Something I've always wanted to do is I wanted to kind of be as up close as possible for that band. I probably won't do it again, but I'm glad to have the opportunity to do it at least once. And actually, one of the guys that were around us was a young kid, and that was his first ever Iron Maiden concert. And then the guy, there was a bunch of us obviously standing around. We all talked before the show and get going. And one of the guys actually caught a drumstick and gave it to this kid for his first show. So the kid was super excited. It was like he was shaking so bad. He was excited. So yeah, that was pretty cool. So yeah, that's all I'm going to show for this one. I'm probably going to do have some comic books to show. I did pick up some stuff at a garage sale. Maybe I'll show some sports stuff lately. After that, some stuff I have. But yeah, as far as my music goes, that's my youth. I'm still going strong. It's not youth anymore, but yeah, still the music I love, still the music I enjoy. So, hope you enjoy the video, and we'll see you next one. Thanks. Bye.